Welcome to the Small Business Tax Savings Podcast, powered by Jetro. Each week, we bring extremely valuable accounting and tax tips specific to small business owners. You will be on your way to growing your business and putting more money in your pockets. Here's your host.
Hello and welcome back. I am your host and CPA, Mike Jesowshek. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different from what we normally talk about. We're not going to be talking about tax strategies, but today I want to take some time to give you an update and talk about our podcast. This podcast has now been around for over 3 years, and I cannot believe how long it's been around. 3 years, it seems like much less than that, but that just means that I'm having fun and you guys as listeners are getting a lot of value out of the content we provide, which really makes me happy. So what we want to do today is take some time to look back and see what has happened in the past 3 years, what's new, what's coming next, and how you can help. So let's get started by just going at the 3 years in review. Let's look at some numbers. Where has this podcast been? Over the past 3 years, we've had over 150 episodes, tax saving tips, guests on to talk about topics that are important to small business owners, and so much more. We've had over 250,000 downloads of our podcast, and we have a rating of 4.8 out of 5 stars on Apple iTunes. So that's kind of where we've been. That's our 3 years in review. What is new around here? You might have noticed this as you're looking around and seeing our podcast art, but we have a new logo. So we've recently launched our new Small Business Tax Savings Podcast logo. Again, this is just intended to continue to spread the brand, be able to show you exactly what our intentions are. And a few months ago, we also redesigned our entire podcast website. So if you haven't checked that out, go there now. It's taxsavingspodcast.com. We've also recently launched our tax minimization program, and this is really for those listeners that want to take what we discuss here and dive even deeper. As part of our tax minimization program, we have a library of tax strategies and implementation guides on how you can implement those strategies today. We have full access to our team. You have unlimited access to ask our team general tax questions that might be coming up in your life, in your business. We have a private Facebook group and a monthly group training session and so much more. So we've launched that this year. We also have thousands of regular, happy listeners that come back every week. And for you guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming back. And we also have had tens of thousands listener questions answered over the course of the past 3 years. And again, for those listeners that are providing questions to us, I just want to say thank you. Nothing helps us more but having you ask questions that we can answer specific to what business owners are needing. So what's next? We're going to continue to bring you weekly episodes targeting your questions and the needs of everyday business owners. And every week we are adding more and more content to our tax minimization program to ensure that every business owner has the option to pay the least amount in taxes as legally possible. So let's talk a little bit about how you can help. All I ask for is leave us a review. You can leave it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen to us, and tell your friends. The more people that we have listening means the more content and in-depth content we're able to provide, the more questions we get answered, and the better that you guys, as all listeners, the better content that you will receive. Continue to submit those questions. You can do that directly on our contact page. And in the show notes here, I'm going to have a link to a blog post regarding this announcement. And you can select the contact page on our website and submit those listener questions. And you can also help by just simply tuning in every week, coming to us, listening to our new episodes. Now, as part of this kind of 3-year announcement, we want to run a promotion. And so with our promotion, we're going to have one lucky random winner receive one of our signature Stay Humble, Hustle Hard t-shirts, as well as sticker sets. We call this our technology sticker sets, as you see people in coffee shops and things like that with stickers on their computer or their iPad. One person will receive our signature Stay Humble, Hustle Hard t-shirt along with a sticker set to go with it. As well as part of this promotion, we're going to offer a 1-year subscription to the tax minimization program, which is just under $1,200 in value. Now you might be saying, how do I enter? And that's what we're going to go through next. All you have to do is submit a review with a comment on Apple Podcasts to our podcast and share our podcast on social media. You then email us a screenshot proof of that with subject line promo entry. And you're going to email that to ask at TaxSavingsPodcast.com. We will then choose a random winner on August 16th, 2021. So again, how do you enter? Submit a review with comment on Apple Podcasts, share our podcast on social media, and then email us a screenshot of proof of that. In the subject line, put promo entry and email that to ask@taxsavingspodcast.com, and we will select a random winner on August 16th of 2021. A few notes on that. If you're a current tax minimization program member, you're going to be given 2 entries for your submission. So be sure to indicate in your email if you are a current member, because instead of getting 1 entry, you will get 2 entries. And if you're a current member that happens to be selected, your subscription billing will be put on pause for 12 months. So that's all we have today. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing this podcast to continue. Thank you for continuing to listen in, download our podcast, share it with others, ask your questions. The last 3 years has been an absolute dream of mine. It's been great to bring tax saving potential and bookkeeping tips and everything else to small business owners. That is my one goal, to make sure that small business owners know the tax saving potential that they have. And just in review, again, we've had over 150 episodes in the past 3 years. We've had over $250,000 in downloads, and we have an average rating of 4.8 out of 5 stars on Apple. We're going to continue to bring you weekly episodes and continue to add more content to our tax minimization program. And as part of this announcement and this 3-year anniversary, we're running a promotion. You can win a Stay Humble, Hustle Hard t-shirt and sticker set, along with a 1-year subscription to our tax minimization program. And all you need to do is submit a review with a comment on Apple Podcasts, share our podcast on social media, and email proof of that over to us at ask@taxsavingspodcast.com. And we're going to choose a winner on August 16th of 2021. And again, if you are a current tax minimization program member, you're going to be given 2 entries for this submission. And if you are a current member and you happen to be selected as the random winner, your billing will be put on pause for 12 months. Again, I want to thank you personally for being a listener to the Small Business Tax Savings Podcast. Continue to join us, continue to submit your questions, and I will see you again next week as we dive back into tax saving strategies.
This has been another episode of the Small Business Tax Savings Podcast from the team at Jetro. If you enjoy our weekly episodes, please leave a review on whatever platform you listen to us on and share with other business owners. If you have any questions or future topics you want to hear, email them to tax@jetrotax.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.